Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on Ballysprings. Sorry, took a swallow then. If I sound a bit off today, guys, I am feeling a little bit under the weather again at the moment. Yeah, life's kind of just kicking my ass just a little bit at the minute. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to explain that. Right, I've taken a couple of ploughing jobs, guys, because we're going to buy the plough. Also, off recording, I did move the straw on the farm, and I did just do a couple of little liming contracts. Now, the reason I did these liming contracts off recording is I wanted the money to buy the plough, basically, because we can only rent one item at a time, and I also managed to move over the harvester because we are going to sell the harvester. People did agree in the comment section below that it would make more sense to sell the harvester, so that's what we're gonna do for now. I know, like I say, it just didn't have enough power to cope with that hill, so I think what we're gonna do for now is we're gonna use the money and rent. We don't need a harvester for another year, so personally we should be good for a year. But yeah, I've also taken a couple of ploughing contracts. Now, we need to plough. We don't technically need to plough, but we either have to plough our top field that we did the straw on yesterday, or we need to cultivate it. Either way, it means we have to buy a tool to use to do it. And we have talked about, like, every time ploughing the field. I feel like farmers would plough the fields every year. I don't, you know. Maybe they don't. Like I say, I'm not a professional farmer. If anyone can answer that question for me below in the comments, I would massively help that. But we can't really afford a big plough, cultivate. I've just got stuck on the hedge. I never thought of this, actually. This plough goes down the country lane where our farm is, but this is not our country lane. This is a different one. Yeah, for some reason the force feedback today, guys, is fighting me even harder than normal. Seems a bit off. Seems like it's a bit too much for some reason. I won't mind, but none of the settings have changed. But yeah, I managed to find two ploughing contracts, and they're right next to each other. One is this field just here on the right. That one there, where that rusty gate is. And the other one is just coming up on the left in a minute. So I thought if we can just do a couple of ploughing contracts, basically this money basically pays for the plough. So the plough is basically going to cost us, I think, about £1,000 or something like that, maybe a couple of £1,000. I thought we'll get these done, we'll get straight into a time lapse, because like I say, we've got ploughing to do on our farm. Because the problem we've got is we can't seed our other fields until September. So, and I feel like it's a bit too early in August to be jumping, if that makes sense, to September. So if we can do a couple of contracts. I didn't realise how big these fields were, though. That's kind of caught me out as that. Yeah, that's kind of caught me out. I didn't expect that to be quite so big as what it is. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get this straight into a time lapse. It might be a bit of a faster time lapse because I kind of want to get these down to like 3-minute time lapse. That's kind of like the most I like to have in a time lapse. But obviously, you know, depending on the speed I can say out to try and get it in that without making like everybody feel dizzy, do you know what I mean? Because let's be honest, I've watched some YouTube videos in the past. I'm not going to name any names or like that, and I've seen time lapses done, and when they're too fast, it's like, wow, you know what I mean? And I do try to avoid that personally. But as I say, we'll get the music turned on, we'll get these jobs done, because like I say, I'd like to finish August in this episode, and then in the next episode we can go straight into September.
Blue dude, blue moon, kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Blue too. That blue. Sort of witty and jaded, but let's not talk about you. Your coyote song on a rerun. Are you hound dog tired singing all night long? Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Not blue too. Blue moon. Been 1 or 2 since I ran into you. Do you need a picture? Well, that gets old. It's hard to take one when your iPhone's full. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Not blue.
Right, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm having some really big issues. I've just been talking for ages. My computer is playing up again today. I don't really know what's going on. Like my Go XLR then just wouldn't unmute. So I know you've just seen me drive back to the farm. Right, what I was saying before I had to fix my Go XLR was yeah, my computer OBS keeps coming up saying it's overloading, but it ain't overloading with a 4080 graphics card. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with the computer today, and then the sound wouldn't unmute, and oh, it's one of them days today. But what I was thinking is we've got a contract to do. We've got that other ploughing contract to do. Well, this plough is only 100 brake horsepower. Our Deutzfahr tractor can do that contract on a worker, and we'll go and get seeding. And I never thought of it. I keep catching the walls today. I won't mind, but I didn't have this much problem driving up here first time I did this. But yeah, we might as well get that worker going. Get a worker on it doing that contract, and then we'll start seeding our fields. I think, to be honest, that makes more sense. Look at that, got in there perfect. Now, like I say, I can either buy a cultivator or we can plough this field. It's no different whichever way we do it. It's still going to be ready to seed. We've got a plough, we might as well just plough it. Like I say, we will buy a cultivator because there will be some cultivating contracts come up, things like that. So we will get a cultivator. Just right now I don't see the point. We can just plough this field up. As you can see as well, guys, I managed to put a little bit of grass back in on the edges, you know, from when we were making the fields last time, and And I just wanted to make it look a little bit neater on the edge of the field rather than just having like bald bits of land. But as you can see, look at that bit of grass in front of us. Kind of just, I might have gone a little bit AY with the construction tool. Yeah, it's not, yeah, episode wise, I do apologise. Like I say, if it's not, I don't want to say my best work, but you know what it's like by now. You know, I do like to get great quality. I don't like to do many jump cuts and stuff, but yeah, that in that last one there was just nothing I can do about OBS. I won't mind, but when I record as well, I always have the taskbar open, and I'm currently recording and I'm using like 13%, so I genuinely don't understand why it's doing it. I don't think it's this tree. I genuinely think, look, there's a collision there, but I think that's where the edge of the map is. Like I said, I found a couple of little bit of issues with the farm. The problem is I'm playing on a farm on the edge of the map. Like, most people use the main farm and it's like, okay, you know, blah, 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 blah. We've now got a chainsaw. Yay, we've now got a chainsaw. Here's a question. How much is that bit of forest over there? I don't really like doing woodwork, but I know that forest is right next to the sawmill. Wonder if it's worth maybe doing that. But yeah, the only thing I can do right now, guys, is go back into another time lapse and get this field ploughed up. It's going to take quite a while to do. Like I say, we're only at, what was it, 4 meters wide, 4.2 meters, something like that. It's not the widest plough in the world, but it does the job, and we can afford to buy it. You know, it's another tool that we physically own. I do want to get 2 headlands done before I go and do the strips across, just because, well, especially on these ends here. You know, on the sides, we can get 2 headlands done. Would be well, a second one here, a second one on that side, and then we should be able to go across, because I know working upwards is a little bit more difficult. But yeah, if we can do this, like I say, we can go into September in the next episode. We can get a worker doing that other ploughing contract that we've already taken on. Like I say, I didn't plan on these issues and stuff, and I don't even know how long this video is going to be. It could be a long one, it could be a short one. Yeah, I'll have to piece it together what I can, but when it comes up saying it overloaded, it always like stutters and stuff, so I'll chop that bit out and we'll glue it back together wherever it's next best bit. And yeah, it's weird because I was chatting to the wife while I was doing that time lapse, because I've got kids at home today due to teacher strikes and things like that, but I've also got a child poorly. She's got a day off striking and she's poorly on the same day. Come on, how unlucky is that from a child's point of view, to be poorly on your technically legit day off from school? But yeah, and I was like, oh, my computer's playing up, and she's like, you know, she's like, oh, I thought you got all this new graphics card to fix it all. And I'm like, I did. I says, I don't know what's wrong, I haven't had an issue. And then she comes to me, she's like, actually, I've got to work. She's like, my computer's playing up, it won't turn on, and then when it turns on, it's slow and sluggish. I'm like, I think that's kind of the same issue as me. She had a Windows update yesterday, and I had one. Yeah, mine was yesterday. It was after I did yesterday's recording. Weird. It's very strange why it's doing it. Do you know what I mean? I can't really say what it is for sure, but it's just very odd. Right, gonna get this in a time lapse, guys, because I think this is pretty much going to be what we can get done in today's episode. I did hope to do a bit more than ploughing today, but yeah, issues mean it slowed us right down a lot. Well, there's one thing. This is taken a long time to do. I did expect to be done by now. Like I say, it's only a couple of meters wide though. It's like, what, 4 meters wide? I know it's not the biggest thing in the world. But yeah, at the end of the day, we've got all our fields ploughed up now. A bit gutted we still don't have the other contract done, but again, you know, we'll get it done. I could put it on with the worker now actually, but I could it's definitely a collision there still, guys. I don't know what that collision is. I might have to have a look in the Giants editor. Might reshape that field actually to do it. Right, just having a quick sneeze. But yeah, that is all our fields ploughed that we are going to plough. Like I said, the harvester's gone because it's just not cost effective to keep. We've still obviously got a bit of time in August. We do have to lime all our fields. We need to get that contract done as well over on field 45. I just realised we haven't been paid for the one we did complete. But yeah, we wanna get the money for that one. Right, let's get through this gap. Just want to get off the field. So what have we got to do? Yeah, so we did that one. Yeah, I'm bloody coughing now. Yeah. So that's earned us a bit of money. Like I say, we've had another fee come out of the bank. I just couldn't slow down enough. Press the brake then. Actually, I tell you what, there was a Logitech software the other day. I bet you I need to up my brake sensitivity. I always have my brake sensitivity on G-Hub, on the Logitech G-Hub software, at 200. I literally have it on max. Couple of reasons really. Oh, by the way, I put these walls in to separate my bales. Yeah, I know it was kind of something else I did offline, but it had to be done, to be honest. It makes stacking them a lot easier for me, if that makes sense. Right, I want to put that there. What I want to do right now, I want to go and see if this Deutschfahrt will actually go and plough that field. Now, I know it's got the lime on the back and I'm like, oh, let's go lime, but I want to see how well this works with ploughing. Because like I said, there is a couple more ploughing contracts. So it would be nice to get a worker on them with this tractor, if it works. Let me just look in the store again, make sure, yeah, the little Volvo. I've been umming and ahhing for a couple of days about actually selling this little green Deutz and the Fiat and buying that Volvo. You know, just to have something different on the farm. But yeah, for the life of me, I just couldn't decide in time, and now I was thinking about it again. It's no longer available. So I suppose at the end of the day, if it's no longer available, it means we can't do it. Right, this should give me about 40 brake horsepower more than the required for this plough. So I know it will do this contract. It just depends how quickly it can do said contract. But if I can do that now and put a worker on it, and then I can go and, like, say, for example, lime them fields. There you go, do you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. Sooner we can get these guys working. Plus, this tractor for doing contracts travels faster than all the others at top speed. So getting around the map's just that little bit quicker. Yeah, sorry if I'm sniffling, guys. I'm just proper starting to feel a little bit under the weather again, and it's definitely going to get worse as we go along, because I've now got a headache as well. Oh, it sucks when I feel under the weather. I won't mind, but it was only just before, you know, November and December when I was under the weather last time, and I had that cough for like a month afterwards. But yeah, the recording seems to be good now, so I don't know what was going on this morning. Just a second reboot seemed to fix it, but a bit weird. Yeah, sorry about that. Like I say, I do apologise for the sniffling, guys. I don't normally record this long. We've got quite a few time lapses in today's episode. I don't normally record for this long, but I know there's going to be some jump cuts in this episode as well, because unfortunately, like I said, the recording did go off, and there is nothing I can do about that one. Right, what I just want to do. Make that there. Make that there. Just wanted to put that in there like that. Yeah, I don't know what it'll be like, this plough. We can only see what it's like. I know fine well it'll be perfect coming down the hill. It's just unfortunately it's got to drive up the hill, and I thought, well, just to end the episode, if we put the worker on and we just see how it goes, it'll determine if it's going to be any good. Now the Massey Ferguson can do this at approximately 7 miles an hour. So this is now at 6. Right, so do you know something? It's really not bad. I think the only problem we're going to have is we're going to have to put a headland on. Or at least do these sides like this, otherwise it's going to get stuck on the hedge. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be too bad. But yeah, guys, right, I'm going to do a headland on this, and then I'm just going to leave it at that. I do massively appreciate everybody watching the episode and persevering with the couple of weird issues we've had today, and me snivelling. Clearly I'm going to be getting a cold. And like I say, until the next one, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.